All right, guys, I think we're live in the group. So I didn't give you any warning for this, but I have such a special guest with me today. I'm so excited to share. Um, the face may look familiar over here because he is a TikTok celebrity, Facebook Reels celebrity. The ones you see talking to himself in a different outfit, right? Who always says these 5 websites should be illegal to know, right? Isn't that cool? So, Austin, first of all, how'd you come up with that 5 websites illegal to know?
Yeah, Debbie, thank you so much for having me on. It's so funny. Yeah, I've been sharing useful websites for business owners and entrepreneurs for about the last 4 years in a row. Started back on TikTok and kind of leveraged that to grow across every major social media platform. And I constantly study different delivery styles, study other creators, even if they're in a different industry or niche than I am. And one of the really viral styles that I saw, and this, I always give credit where credit's due. I kind of got this idea from Erica Kohlberg, who is a lawyer she's got like 10 million followers on TikTok now. But she did this style where she kind of educates, talking to herself in different perspectives, like customer service representative, at an airline of like, here's how to get free flight points or extra miles or stuff like that. She would have this conversation style. And while there was a lot of people sharing useful websites and interesting websites that you need to know for various use cases, nobody was really taking that style of that conversation and applying it in this space. And so I thought I'd give it a shot. And so when you're able to combine a proven winning style of video that works, it goes viral, it resonates with people, with something that you've already been doing and information that's already useful and educational, it creates something new and interesting. It's a hybrid model. And that really worked for me. So I've been doing that pretty much for 2 years straight now, is when I had the first video like really pop off for that. And I've been doing that consistently ever since. And yeah, that's kind of the origin story. It just works. And as any good marketer knows and does, when something works for you, you go all in, you double down and keep doing that thing. And I've been very blessed that it's helped me gain, even just this year, the last 12 months, I've gained over 2 million followers across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So it's just been truly a surprise, whirlwind, and a blessing all in one.
Those are some impressive numbers. 2 million followers. Wow. Okay, so I'm among those 2 million. I think I probably started following you 6 or 9 months ago. I don't know why I didn't think to have you on sooner, but and I have used some of those websites that you tell us are so amazing. I'm always screenshotting, like you go through them so fast. I'm like, okay, I have to watch of course you probably do this on purpose, right? Yeah, I have to watch the video 5 times to stop it at just the right place to get a screenshot. So I mean, I'm sure it helps your algorithm thing that I'm watching the video 5 times.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy involved in that. It's also how I grow my email list for anybody that's interested in a little funnel behind the scenes. So in my bio, and I regularly say this, I have a list of a lot of the useful websites that I actually share. If you want access to it, you can enter your email address in and see my list of useful websites that I share, that I also happen to be an affiliate for, but for a lot of them. But yeah, exactly like you said, there's a lot of like strategy that goes into that, right? One, yeah, I say it super fast. One, because that's just kind of the attention span of people on social media now. You have to be fast paced if you want to hold their attention. It kind of rides the dopamine receptors from social over and over again. Like rather than doing like one 30-second video on one website, it's here's a useful website that is X, Y, and Z, and then it resets. Here's another useful website that is X, Y, and Z. And so it kind of constantly re-triggers the dopamine receptors to see, oh, what's next? Ooh, fancy new object. Ooh, fancy new object type of thing. So it absolutely helps with the watch time and view duration to go back and screenshot it, share the video with themselves. But because I say it so fast, and then sometimes I'll have a call to action at the end, like I made you a whole list of these useful websites, check the link in my bio. They want that rather than screenshotting it and then manually typing in the URL and thinking about any sort of typos that might be in there or something like, or I can just enter my email address and get the entire list of everything that he shares. And I kind of do a lot of that because it's overwhelming. Like every day I share like 5, 10 new websites, and it gets overwhelming. And so it's just a very easy process to go to that list to get all of them that I share. And it's helps grow my email list quite a lot.
Excellent. And so, Austin, one other thing that I've noticed, and, I'm sure any good marketer does exactly this. I've seen a lot of your videos, and you do, 5 or 10 today, and tomorrow 5 or 10 different ones. And then eventually you're just recirculating the same information, the same websites. And so the reason I bring that up is because I want the people in the Facebook group to know that you don't have to have 100% fresh content every single time.
No, oh my gosh, I could go off on a tangent on it. I agree with you so full-heartedly. The only person that sees every one of your videos that you put out is you. The vast majority, that's how these social media algorithms work. They want content to show it to more people so that you can remain on the platform and stay active, and that so more ads can be sent out. And so it doesn't matter if you talked about that piece of content a month ago, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. You're most likely going to reach a new audience every single time. Now, of course, you'll have a couple loyal people that regularly engage and watch all of your content, but that's so few. The 99% of viewers will be new people every time. And to give you another quick story on this, like my most viral video ever was literally the 3rd time that I posted the same exact video. Didn't even re-record it. I just downloaded it off of TikTok, removed the watermark, reposted it. Downloaded it a couple months later, reposted it again. And the 3rd time, it exploded. It did okay the first time. It did a little worse the second time. 3rd time, skyrocketed. The video hit 20 million views on YouTube 2 days ago. 3rd time that I posted that video, it's at 11.5 million views on TikTok. And so, I also just encourage people, like, even if you don't have new ideas because you've been creating content for a year or 2 years or 5 years, whatever, take one of those older videos and just repost it. Take one of your old text posts that you did and repost it. If it performed well before, it's going to perform well again. If you think it should have performed well and it didn't, repost it again, because it just might perform better the next time that you do it. This is the best way to remain consistent as well. Like, once you build up a huge library of content, if you go on vacation, you get sick, life happens, you just don't feel creative, you can go into your back library and post more content. So exactly. I love that. Love that.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. So you have, I know you talk about other people's websites and that you're affiliates of them and stuff. And, I do the same thing, but you have your own platform that you've created, right? So, and it has, excuse me, it has some unique real estate uses. So, for our group, we are realtors, lenders, and really anyone who supports those people in business. So whether it's title companies or home inspectors or anything like that, will you share with us a little bit about, what your product is?
Yeah.
Your thoughts in creating it, and then maybe even do a little bit of a demo for us so we can see how it's used.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to. Yeah. So Syllabi is a tool that streamlines video marketing on social media for you. The real estate industry is one of the primary industries that we're tackling and working with, because I've worked a lot in the marketing space with real estate agents in the past. I've spoken at real estate conferences. And it's been adopted by a lot of real estate agents all around the world, mostly in the United States. We're US based, but people in different countries have adopted it as well. And so what Syllabi does is it first shows you the top content ideas and questions that your customers are searching for online, even on a local level as well. It'll generate video scripts for you, so you know what to say in the videos. It'll generate video scripts for short form content for like TikTok videos or YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, or long form scripts for YouTube videos, for LinkedIn, for training purposes. We have an AI video generation component to it as well. We call it digital twin, human realistic avatar. So if you just don't feel comfortable being on camera, no problem. It's a human realistic avatar. It'll read that script for you. So we have a question that you know someone's searching for. It'll generate the video script. It'll actually create the video for you. And then consistency is the other hardest part of social media. So we have a content calendar and social media consistency tracker built into it as well. And so I'm really
telling me that these people that anyone can use this and just be lazy. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm catering to laziness. So yeah, to be honest, I mean, if you break down the four biggest, not only am I catering to laziness, I'm trying to cut out every obstacle in the way of creating consistent social media content. There's no more excuses anymore. And so, a lot of the common problems that the real estate agents face, and the reason that they hire a marketing agency or somebody in the first place, is they don't know what topics to create. They don't know what to say in the video. They don't like being on camera. They don't have the time, so they need help staying consistent and accountable sometimes. And maybe they just don't have a large budget either to hire an expensive agency. And so we've taken all of these things and we've streamlined the entire process into Syllabi.
Wow.
Okay. And so you can create a month's worth of social media videos answering the questions that your customers have in minutes for 1/100th of what it costs to hire my agency, for instance.
Wow. Okay. So this is super impressive. I hope you guys are paying attention. He just removed every obstacle in your way. There's no reason for you not to do this. Anyone listening, watching to us, or watching the replay later should be able to become a TikTok superstar just like Austin. So show it to us. Show us how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
While you're doing that, how'd you come up with the name Syllabi?
So that's a great question. So it was actually repurposed from another business idea that my wife had come up with, and my wife and I are both very entrepreneurial. My wife's a badass, and we were talking through this idea of an online course company, like a Udemy type of thing, but for email marketing. And so the courses would be the lessons would be sent to you via an email every day on a topic from an expert, and we called it Syllabi, the plural version of syllabus, right? Like going back to school syllabus. And we still had the domain name, and we had all the social media accounts and created that ultimately didn't come to be. It was a hard thing to jump into, but then I guess about a year later, I had come up with this idea in my head of Syllabi, and what is now Syllabi. And I was looking at the definition of what Syllabi, and it is incorrectly spelled, by the way. Syllabi actually is spelled with an I at the end. Our Syllabi is spelled with a Y. But the idea here is it still fit the definition of what Syllabi means. And so I thought it was a great, memorable name for a company, and so I just kept it, and that's kind of the origin story of where it came from.
Gotcha. Okay, well we're seeing your screen, so tell us about it.
Yeah. So this is upon signing up, this is the first screen that you'll be presented with, and another core value of what we do is it's not just a suite of tools. It's not just ChatGPT, which is an endless abyss of information, or it's not like Jasper AI where here's a million things that you can generate. It's actually a system. It's a process based on working with hundreds of businesses and having my own social media presence of nearly 3 million people at this point. We want to walk you through that process of a successful video marketing campaign. And so you can type in anything related to your business. We can just do I could do a couple examples here, but let's just type in home loan and home buyers. And so all you need to do is click on get ideas here. And it's going to show you a list of all the questions that people are searching for online around home loan with a lot of data to back it up. So what is if you're a loan officer, these are all questions that customers are searching for online so that you can get ahead of them, right? And so you can create content on what is a home equity loan? How does a home equity loan work? How to get pre-approved for a home loan? How to get a home loan? These are all content ideas that you could talk about here. And if you choose one of these, let's say how to get pre-approved for a home loan, you can just click on the schedule button here, add this to your content calendar so you can stay organized. And it takes you to the next step in our process. And so all you need to do here, this is where the AI comes into play and is fun. We also support multiple languages, by the way. So if you're a non-English speaker, no worries, we still have you covered. But all you need to do is click on AI outline, and this will kind of work in the back end for you a little bit. But boom, it just automatically generates an outline for this video or video script here. And then the next process here is just clicking on the script tab, and you have full control over the style of the script. If you want it to be an explainer, tutorial, testimonial style, social media videos, the tone of it so that you can fit the tone and voice of your online brand, and then the video script as well. So 30 or 60 seconds for like a TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Facebook Reels, or 2 or 5 minute for a longer one. And all you need to do here is click on generate script again, and it's going to automatically take that outline around the question that your customer is searching for and generate you a video script like this. And now you can customize this as you want. In the world of AI, I think it's good to use it as an enhancement tool. Now you can 100% just kind of go through this and take it at face value. But in general, I'd suggest adding a little bit of personality and flair to it as well. So you can customize this as you see fit. Make sure it fits for your voice and your messaging. You can add a little personalization for your company in there and whatnot. And then you can come over to the digital twin area here. And this is where we can actually generate a video with a human realistic avatar, which is crazy. So you can choose one of these avatars that we have preloaded in here. It's like a spokesperson for you, for instance. And so if we say Peter here, we can choose Peter, and then we can choose the voice. We have different dialects and different languages here as well. We can just choose professional voice here. You can select the background for it as well if you want him to speak in front of a blue screen, a green screen, a white screen, a black screen. And all you need to do is click on generate video. And now this is going to take a couple minutes to process, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you another video that's already been processed so you can take a look at it. And I'll also show you the calendar section here as well. And so in your content calendar area, this is where you can stay organized with everything that you've scheduled, and you can easily just access this in here again. If you switch to list view, this is our fun sort of like gamification consistency tracker. So let's say, on June 3rd, I shot this, or June 5th, I shot this video. This has already been posted. I can mark this one as complete, and it updates my consistency tracker up here so that I can know that that I've made that video for today. You can also always access all of your previous searches and all of your previous content that you've generated in here. And let's find one. Not sure if I have a video generated for this. Let's take a look. I do. Perfect. And so here's a previous one that I did of how to become a real estate agent, for instance. If you our real estate licensing
course. Real estate agents play an important role in buying and selling properties.
Can you hear this?
You must meet certain educational and legal requirements, including pre-licensing and continuing education, background checks, and insurance. Building skills and experience is crucial, including networking, marketing, and mentorship.
And so just like that, if you think about that whole process, even without me explaining each step, you can really create an entire month's worth of content around what your customers are searching for. You know exactly what to say in the videos. You can read it if you want to be the face, or you can use the avatars to create the content for you so that you can just focus on doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you're an expert in, and what you're passionate about, and have this streamlined social media process for you. I'll also tease for everybody too that we're working on a couple really cool next steps in features as well. So we're working on an advanced video editor within Syllabi as well. So you'll be able to upload and edit your own videos in a browser, add in B-roll, add subtitles and text and background music, the whole 9 yards, and then direct social media scheduling and tracking as well. So currently you'll have to download it and post it, but you can, it works great on mobile, but very soon within the next couple of days, hopefully, maybe the next week or so, we're going to have direct social media scheduling. So you'll be able to schedule it out, the entire process from ideation to creation, all in one tool. So you don't need to pay and use multiple tools. You can do everything seamlessly in Syllabi.
That's amazing. So if an agent wants to start this, excuse me, I did post at the top of this, top of our video, the link for them to get a 7-day free trial. But share with us the pricing, like what, how affordable is Syllabi?
Yeah, we've priced it as affordably as we possibly can. So it's $49 per month. In reference, my agency starts at $5,000 per month, so it's quite a bit cheaper. Yeah, you have basically all of these tools built into one. Basically one dinner night out. You could save that for a month of social media content to grow your business. And what I also want to offer for everybody as well. So even though we do have a 7-day free trial, because Debbie is so awesome and y'all are so awesome, if you sign up using her link, leave a comment, let Debbie know that you signed up using her link, and I'm going to randomly select somebody and we'll give you 30 days for free.
Excellent. I love that. I love gifting to them. And like, can you believe, guys? No, wait, Austin, when you add the new features next week, and the video editing and all that social posting, like we don't need Hootsuite, and we don't need all of those other ones. Are you going to charge more for it, or is it going to be the same price?
We are going to have multiple pricing tiers added, but we're keeping the $49 price plan just as a thank you to everybody that's supported us up to this point. And there will be a lot of most of these features that I've mentioned will still be accessible at that level. And we want to, the whole goal is to help you scale. Social media has drastically changed my life in every possible way. And I just want to provide the tools and the processes that it can help change other people's lives as well. And in a perfect world, start on the free trial, get some benefit out of it, sign up for, $49 a month, which is just a date night out, use it for a little while until you're actually starting to gain traction on social media, and then do a little bit more, scale up with us. We would love to grow with you. And if you're a brokerage, we're working on some agency level models as well. So you could sign up as a brokerage, for instance, at a severely discounted rate for all of your agents.
Excellent. Excellent. Good to know. All right. Well, Austin, anything else you want us to know before we take off?
No, the website's syllabi.io. I think Debbie has a link in here. Thank you so much. In general, I just love talking about all of this stuff. And if I can answer any questions for anybody, just let me know. I'm happy to help.
And Austin, since we're in this Facebook group, why don't you drop your links where they can follow you on TikTok or Facebook or whatever. He's very entertaining to watch, and I always learn cool stuff. And you heard me, I'm like screenshotting, and I did in the beginning sign up for your full list of websites, and I still am in there screenshotting. Stop.
Oh, good.
Love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll post the link in the comments after this. The username on social media across the board is Social T Pro. That's Social TYPRO on whatever your favorite social media platform is, and Austin Armstrong on Facebook and LinkedIn if you'd like to connect.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm looking forward to using Syllabi myself and figuring all this out. So have a wonderful afternoon.
You too, Debbie. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you.